the behavior is not the child, right? It's just the behavior. And I like the differentiations you are making for parents to bring more awareness. It's every single person that I know as adult, they don't want to repeat the mistakes of the past. Why would we? Why would we want to inherit our mistakes of the past to our children? Why wouldn't we want to make the changes that Rebecca is offering? Why understand everybody here that has a child or doesn't have a child? You, as an individual, you don't want to suffer the same things you suffer from the past. You want to change. I will assume this is Sovereign Futures, that you want to make everything possible to be a better human, be happier here and now as a human being. So as a human being, if you're an uncle, father, parent, mother, brother, sister, why would you pass on to others the suffering, the judgment that you don't want to experience? I think this is why someone like Rebecca, someone with her knowledge, her teachings, it's so important for us to remember that. I think we're missing that part. We are missing the part that when you yell at your child, when I yell at my child, I'm passing on to him a future of yelling that he may repeat to someone else. I don't want to be yelled in the now, but I'm passing it on to the future. Are we thinking like that? That's thinking futures. Anyways, I got in a rant, Rebe. Keep going.
Yes, thank you. So now you realize you are anger. You name your emotions. Then in the moment you are naming your emotions, you are releasing your children of your emotion, and you take responsibility of your emotions. You say, give me a timeout because I am angry right now, and I'm not going to say anything nice. So take your time. You can breathe, go out to the backyard, or you can just go to your bedroom, but don't be with your child when you are angry, because you will yell. And why? Because your parents yelling you. And well, I am assuming, but it is, in my experience, is the way many children grown up by parents yelling. In other case, the fathers hitting the children. So make a pause, take a time out, and talk to yourself. What is happening? What my children did is really, really bad what he did? No, just leave the shoes in the living room. Okay, he's learning where to put the shoes. Did I leave my shoes in the living room? Oh, yes, I did it the last week. Okay, he's learning from me. Talk to yourself. That is very important. Talk to yourself before you talk to your children, and start to say some speech about the responsibility and be a good human, etc., when you are not doing what you are saying to your children to do. So be congruent with what you say and what you do. So then when you make this stop, you can go and say, okay, I don't like the shoes in the living room. And when you say, I don't like, you are giving freedom to your children instead to say, it's really, you are a bad boy. Is I don't like this. I like the shoes in the closet. And it's very simple. Mostly in the everyday, what children did or do is something very simple. The solution is very simple. If you start to focus in solution instead of who did this, in looking for guilties, stop looking for guilties and start focus on solutions. What is the solution of this? How can we, or what is the opportunity for my children to learn in this situation? What can I teach to my children in this situation? Okay, he will learn how to dishes, the how to wash the dishes. Or this is the opportunity for my children to organize all the shoes in his closet. Start focusing on solution. Don't start to looking for guilties and become the judge every day, putting to your children almost literally in jail. You are grounded. You are going to your bedroom and you cannot go out. It's the jail. The bedroom is becoming the jail for many children because you become the judge. And life is not like that. When you are an adult, life is not like that. You can make mistakes and have many, many opportunities to do it better. And the way you learn something is when you make a mistake. Is opportunity to learn. Is opportunity to get mastery in something. If you don't apply this to your children, you are repeating a pattern which is not working for create benevolent human beings. You are investing time educating children with resentimiento. I don't remember the word in English.
That's perfect. That's perfect.
And angers and wanting revenge. So what do you want?
Oh my gosh, wow. I hope everybody's listening. Your English is perfect. I'm making lots of notes. You know, you got to make a choice, parents, and you either can be the parent or you can be a judge. You can't be both at the same time. You are either a parent or you are a judge. And how truthful is this, Rebe? This is helpful for everything. You are either a friend or a judge. You are either, a mother of your daughter or a judge of her. You are either a daughter or a judge of your parents. These, I think this can be taken to relationships. You are either a judge of your wife or a husband.
Yes.
You're a wife or a husband. It's so subtle, but this is where the work resides, Rebe.
Exactly.
Wow.
For me, is make the difference and realize as a parents we have a great responsibility with the humanity, because what we choose to do as an education for our children is becoming a legacy for the humanity. Like was when the humanity passed for World War I and World War II, and how we are still healing about that, all the suffering for the humanity. Now is the change. Now it's time to change that. We are not in war, but we are going in inner war. We have to make peace in ourselves.
Wow. Okay, Rebe, can you repeat that? That's everybody. Please pay attention.
Yes, we are not seeing the world war, but we are living in an inner war.
Wow.
And it's time to make peace within, reconnect with our inner peace in order to bring peace to our family. But if we don't do the inner work,
yes,
we cannot bring peace to our children.
That is so true, and I've seen it. I've seen it a lot of people, very competent people, very efficient people, that they get trained and they become mindset mentors, even parent talk trainers, and so many things. But inside, they speak of peace, they say of mastery, they speak of values, but inside they don't have that connection. They don't have that. And inside their homes, they're living an opposite thing of what they portray in the world. And what they're hiding is the inner war that they are living. And they too deserve peace. They deserve peace. So really, if you want peace at home, if you want peace in the world, truly peace starts within. Oh my goodness, Rebe, tell us where, I could stay hours and hours. I have a lot of notes. I love that, this is in my mind. Every time I'm tempted to react or trigger, and I'm a pretty conscious parent. I consider myself to be very conscious, but I will always benefit from reminders. And definitely each time I see you, talk to you, or even text you, I'm like, my awareness of my words and my energy deepens, even in my relationship. Now that I'm starting dating after like 5 something plus years, it's like, yeah, I talk to Rebe, it's like, oh, okay. I'm back in like the conscious mode, choice, even more. It heightens. So Rebe, anything else that you want to share? And then please tell us where people can reach you. And I think it doesn't matter, you have a pretty good English. I really recommend everyone that is a parent that has children, adolescents, they love Rebecca to work with her. If you feel challenged in your relationships, in your parenting, if you don't know how to, and I know Reb is writing an incredible book. I'm not going to say the title.
Not yet.
But it's coming out next year, and I think that is going to revolutionize conscious parenting right there with what she's going to propose, because it's needed and there's nothing like that out there. But what I do want to say is, like, if you want to reach out to Rebe, please, and have her invest a little time with your children and watch how she interacts with them. Watch how she interacts with them. One of our mutual coaches, because we are all in the same groups as a team, as we all work together for more than 20 years. We're a team, and we work in a very horizontal leadership manner and synergy. And we have had the same teachers, mentors, and one of them is Jesse Itzler. And Jesse Itzler, he's such an incredible human being and a role model. And he said he had a book of living with a seal. I will even explore living with Rebe, of hiring Rebe to have like the living with Rebe and transforming your parenting life. I know there's incredible coaches out there, but if you want to be with someone that truly honors the soul of the child, that truly sees and honors the child within you, and that knows all of how you get triggered, how you take it personal, and how sometimes you are faking it. Not till you make it. You're just faking it just to sell an image or something. I really recommend having a session with Rebe, sitting down with her, having your children meet her. So, Rebe, tell us where can people find you? What events, classes can they join you with? And then maybe give us a blessing to close the podcast.
Yes, thank you for your words. I receive with gratitude. Thank you. And yes, you can reach me in Facebook, like Rebeca Montero. My fan page is Rebeca Montero. Or in Instagram, I have that Montero Rebe, or that Instituto Rebecam, that is in Spanish. You can text me. And yes, for now, my workshops are in Spanish, but I have thinking in do something with Sofia as a translator for the English community, because I am receiving children in my private session. They don't speak Spanish; they only speak English, and I work with them. But for me, it's more easy to communicate with children and teenagers than an adults, because it's so easy. They can so many times with telepathy. For me, it's really easy to do that. And maybe
she just said telepathy. Did you hear her? She just talked about telepathy, and I swear to you, we were in China. I gotta jump in really fast because we were in China. We went to do training at what was the school called? Juntai School, right? The Juntai School in the mountains,
yes.
like in the, oh my gosh. And guys, we went there. This may be another podcast one day. We should do another podcast, Robert, to talk about the whole training experience.
Yes.
only wanted to go to China. Well, obviously, one, we were going with the Shifu, the master of my son, which is a Shaolin master. So I had all my movie kind of scenes in my mind of Bruce Lee, of like, I'm going to go to China. I'm going to be doing Tai Chi with the monks. We stayed at the Shaolin